force. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Julius Randle.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Then there's Dillingham. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Huff in at the center position. And for Toronto, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Dick is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Reed in at the 3 spot. And both of these teams stand excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, and Brian, look, there's 2 hallmarks of great defensive teams. Obviously effort. You can't do anything without it. But also communication. The best defensive teams communicate well, and it's what connects all 5 guys on the floor.
And a wise coach once said, defense wins championships.
I would say defense and offense win championships. You need both.
Now here's Reed. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Shots blocked. Out to the wing. Outside McDaniels. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Toronto with the ball. And this team is on absolute fire right now. They've won 18 in a row.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randle with the ball. Just a great passing forward. You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
And Minnesota with possession here. The Raptors making their last shot. Outside Edwards. Pass to Randle. Takes a 3. Pirtle grabs a miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Barnes. That shot is off. Randle with some nice D. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Barnes with the rebound.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
Pirtle with a screen on McDaniels. Reed can't hit.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
Edwards using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Outside Edwards. Randle outside. There's the triple. Nails it from beyond the arc.
No hesitation from the big man, Randle. I mean, this is how confident of a shooter he is.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Ingram's checked in for Reed. Minnesota leading by 3. Quickly and Barrett, they're the backcourt duo. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Reed in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Here's Gay. Still no points. Pass to Dillingham. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Outside Reed. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Ingram. Quickly outside. Here's Reed. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look. Just couldn't finish.
Barrett against Trent. Here's Dillingham. The three. Rebound Toronto. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Ingram. Reed's got 4 points this quarter.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Dillingham. An aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. And the basket by Trent. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half?
Coach, when you talk to Ingram's teammates, they always bring up his remarkable work ethic.
Well, Brian, Brandon Ingram works hard. He loves the game. He wants to be great. He spends a lot of his free time studying the game instead of just hanging out and doing other things.
For Toronto, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Grant, we're deep into the season now. For teams who have missed the playoffs, where are their heads at, you think?
Well, B.A., first of all, it's a chance for some of the others to show out. Their focus should be on finishing strong. And realistically, you start planning for the offseason. But there are still games left to play.
Scotty Barnes checked in for Toronto. Dick comes in for Barrett.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Pass to Gay. Up top, Randall. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Dick.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And that one's good. Ingram. Ingram's got 7.
Yeah, Ingram usually has a size advantage, and they're chipping in on the offensive glass.
R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for Toronto. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Timberwolves trail by 4. Randall outside. Back to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. From the line. Outside for Randall. From downtown. Toronto grabs the miss.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Ingram finds Reed. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And so Randall will bring it up for the T-Wolves. They trail by 6. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
Abaji's checked in for Brandon Ingram. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Trent's checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Randall, a screen on Reed. 4 on the clock. The shot to stop the run. And the layup by Trent. Trent's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, nice turnaround for him here in the second quarter. He had a cold start, but never lost his confidence.
And he gets it to go.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Timberwolves trail by 6. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Jay, in the last matchup against the 76ers, put on a show. He finished with 47 points, and he really showed up on the defensive end as well, using all of his versatility. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Now here's Reed. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. An easy 2 on the layup. Reed's got 18.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
Well, the Timberwolves shooting just 27% in the second quarter. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Trent outside. Three-pointer. A Agbaji with a rebound.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And so it's Toronto earning this break in the action, up 10. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I mean, it's pretty simple. More rebounds, more opportunities. Right now, they're getting crushed on the glass, Shaq.
From where I'm sitting, I don't see the energy, and I do not see the effort.
Next on the docket, power rankings. Fellas, let's see which teams are jostling for those top spots.
I think for the Timberwolves, not a lot of games left. They're definitely a playoff team. Question, can they contend for a title?
Well, I mean, I suppose that's why they play the games. Certainly they have an opportunity to make some noise. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Timberwolves trail by 10. So for Minnesota right now, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Then there's Dillingham. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Huff in at the 5 spot. And he banks in the layup. Huff's got his second basket on the night.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Stand back in your early coaching days, what was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Here's Edwards. That shot missing. Hurdle with some nice D. Here's Reed, drives to the hoop. Randle pulls down the board. Randle's got 4 rebounds in the game. Hurdle with some nice D.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big time. Finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Here's McDaniels. The Raptors making their last shot. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Dick. Dick's got 4 rebounds now.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
To the inside, Edwards. Inside, Edwards lays it in.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from competing. Oh!
Wow!
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Dillingham. Now here's Edwards. For 3. Again, the miss by Edwards.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Reed passes to Pirtle. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Timberwolves. Toronto making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Trent, he's checked in for McDaniels. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third. Timberwolves trail by 14. Walter out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Scotty Barnes. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Reed in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. For 3, Randle buries it from 3.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Outside McDaniels puts up a 3. Book it. And it's Randle with the assist. Randall's got his 5th assist in this one.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Back to Reed. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Raptors.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. And here's McDaniels. Reed defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Randall is rebounded by Barrett. Toronto leading by 12. It's Reed with the drive. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Pass to Walter. Now Reed. Outside Ingram. Sends it home from 3-point land. Ingram's got 10 points in just the 2nd half.
Well, that's a huge part of Ingram's game. He can really do damage from the perimeter.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He asked his team to take in the moment, saying, "This is what it's all about, guys. This is why we work so hard and why we love this game. Embrace it." Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. McDaniels can't hit.
I love their work on the glass. They hold a nice rebounding advantage.
Pass to Pirtle. Back to Reed. And here's Barnes. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Don't see that a ton from Barnes. I mean, he's showing he can really get rid of it.
Timberwolves trail by 17. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. For 3, Randall hits the trifecta. Randall's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Oh, a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randall. Oh, sweet move. Barnes with the rebound. Raptors lead by 16. Outside Dick. Back to Reed. Outside Dick. Reed, a screen on Edwards. Dick, the pass to Pirtle. Reed in the post. It's good. Reed's got 31.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Raptors.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
Boy, we can't say enough about what a talented team this is. Their 68th win coming for them in what's already been a very successful run.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
And what a huge performance it was for Jay.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Trent left side. 4-3. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest. Here's Toronto with the ball. The lead is 15. Oh, a big slam!
Oh, my gosh. The athleticism.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Reed. And the layup is good off the
the glass.
Reed's got 37.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Trent's shot is off.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
Reed can't hit. Here is DiVincenzo. And here's Clark for three. Rebounded by Ingram. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Ingram. Reed's got 39.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
Wins pay the bills, baby. These Hoosiers think they know ball, but you'll show.
MP, you're about to go off.
At guard, 6'5", Tyrese Halliburton.
Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action. Coming to you live on this Saturday night. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And you look at their injuries, down a starter and a reserve. That shuffles up their lineup a bit.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Grady Dick is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Reed in at the 3 slot. On for the Pacers. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward. Well, we are quickly reaching the end of the regular season. Doris, are you as excited as I am for the playoffs coming up?
Definitely, Kevin, and I know it's on the players' and coaches' minds. It's right there waiting for us. But let's remember, the most mature teams, the best teams, recognize games are still to be played. You cannot let the playoffs distract you from what's in front of your face.
And the Raptors with the ball after Indiana gets the 3. Here's Reed. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Halliburton, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Now, Reed. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. Here's Nesmith. And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. Somebody defenses must now account for from range. You love the work put in.
Here's Reed, following the score by Tyrese Halliburton, and the shot goes in. 6 points for Jay. The Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Siakam kicks to Halliburton. Pass to Nesmith. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Well, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against Minnesota was a man determined. He picked up 39 points and made the most of his opportunities from both the floor and the line. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. We're looking to follow that up tonight, guys.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. After the miss from Reed. Stolen by Reed. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Siakam. It's tipped. Turner with the steal. Siakam against Barnes. Nesmith. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 8 points.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And here are the teams that have been on fire from the three-point line ever since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Raptors.
I mean, they've gotten better at shooting the ball.
Smith, he's checked in for Indiana. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for the Raptors. Reed comes in for Dick. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Walker finds Nembhard. Rejected by Ingram.
And great use of length by Ingram. Able to reach out and get his hand on the ball for a block.
Aaron Nesmith is out there with Walker. Then there's Shepard. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Barnes, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
And Indiana making a change here. Siakam's checked in. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Raptors. Quickly comes in for Walter. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's the Pacers with the ball. 7-point differential. They can look forward to San Francisco after this game and a matchup against Golden State. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Siakam passes to Nesmith. Shot clock at 6. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And they continue to control the glass.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Siakam outside. Walker with the screen for Siakam. That shot wide open. Siakam's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Beyond the arc. A shot by Nembhard, no good.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one. That's 2 things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season. That's a nice read from Scotty Barnes. This guy understands how and when to deliver the basketball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the Pacers can't get it to go. Lobbed up there for Barnes. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, that's about perfect timing on the alley-oop finish. Scotty Barnes' teammates know he's a big-time vertical threat.
Here's Nembhard. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Pass to Siakam. Back to Nembhard. shot to stop the run. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to 10 in the bucket from Siakam.
Well, you can see he is not shy from range, and Pascal Siakam continues to work on his consistency.
And Reed throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Shepard. Now, Neesmith. No good from outside.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Get outside. Pass to Shepard. Outside, Walker. Here's Siakam, defended by Pirtle. 2 on the clock, and Pirtle sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. That will count. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the...
And taking a look at the Pacers, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs. That's when you turn up.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first-half performance for the Toronto Raptors.
They're taking the traditional approach of working it inside and then going outside. That stretched out that defense.
Yeah, it's about time. Once you establish that inside game, everything away from the bucket opens up.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Dick, and it's Reed in at the 3.
What we know about Tyrese Halliburton, this guy always ready to push the pace. He's got a ton of energy. He's willing to outrun and outwork other guys.
Now, here's Reed. Pass to Dick. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Nembhard. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Raptors lead by 15.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Turner with it. Fires for 3. Puts in the tray.
Well, Miles Turner has earned the trust of his coaches. He's got the green light in these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
The 9-foot shot. No good on that one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
And both free throws good for Dick.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Reed kicks to Barnes. Off target from outside. Pacers trail by 14. Nembhard with it. Turner finds Nesmith. The fader. And there it is for him. That's 7 points for Siakam.
That's why they call him Spicy P, cooking up a mid-range J. Go ahead, Pascal.
Ingram, he's checked in for the Raptors. The players you see here contribute as much on D as they do at the other end of the... And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. 40 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here's Reed. He's guarded closely. He gets that one.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Indiana's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Reed gets the bucket.
In so many different ways, Dick gets the ball to his teammates, always on time and on target.
Now, Nembhard. He's got 5. Walker a screen on Barrett. Misses the 3. And so it's Toronto with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Walker out there with Aaron Nesmith. Then there's Rollins. Then there's Shepard. And it's Siakam in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for Indiana. There's the pick. 5 on the clock. Driving to the basket. To the left side wing. Here's Nesmith. Reed with the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Raptors leading by 19. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Here's Reed. Softly drops in the floater. Reeves got 28 points for the game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And also, guys, the tenacity they've shown on the defensive end has been something else. Look at how many blocks they've tallied thus far.
Barnes against Rollins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
Clearly a foul.
And so often we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
Here's Nesmith. The three-pointer is right on target.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Rollins against quickly to the paint. Here's Reed. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Turner. Pacers trail by 21. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. De Silva, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Reed gets the bucket.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Indiana. Halliburton comes in for Rollins. Halliburton outside. And Nembhard has it in the corner. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And, Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come, but it is definitely getting younger.
Toronto leading by 23. Reed in the post, covered by Siakam. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Indiana's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know, they continue to feed him the ball, and he keeps delivering. The leading scorer in this one.
Pass to De Silva. Knocked away. Outside, Walker. Here's the 3. It's good from long range.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Raptors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
Well, in a dominant year where we've watched this team battle night in and night out all season long, this will bring their win total to an impressive 69.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jay.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And Toronto also making a switch. Abaji's checked in. Over to the wing. For 3, Siakam. That shot missing. And the Raptors with possession. Reed with it. Halliburton picks him up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Reed. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Indiana again missing. Got a piece of it. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And, Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Another day, another win. Good work. These cheeseheads are something else. Let's quiet them down.
Everyone. Is it okay for us to do that?
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Happy Monday. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Clint Capella.
Unfortunately, we've seen his ability as a rebounder take a back seat these past few seasons. And I'd like to see him refocus on that element of his game. You can never have enough rebounds, in my opinion.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Grady Dick out there with Emmanuel Quickley. And it's Reed in at the 3. And from Milwaukee, we've got Jackson. Trae Young out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4. And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
On offense, here come the Raptors. And only a handful of teams in the history of the NBA have done what these guys are doing right now. 20 wins in a row.
So few teams in the history of the NBA have ever put a streak like this together, so it's really impressive. My prediction, the streak continues.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Dort. Antetokounmpo inside. He's guarded by Barnes. And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Barnes. Reed's gotten a second bucket on the night. The Bucks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Antetokounmpo outside. Capella screen on quickly. Young the pass to Capella. Buries it down low.
Like to see that from Trae, directing traffic, getting a good result there on the pick and roll.
Outside Reed. With the teardrop. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Capella. Barnes with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start.
That's what you tune in for right there. Wow. This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Brent, we're deep into the season now. Who do you see as the favorite to win it all?
Well, tough, BA, to do any predicting at this point. You want to see the matchups and how those things play out. But, man, there are some elite teams right now that are salivating at the opportunity to compete come playoff time. Trae's so dynamic in the pick and roll. He runs that set as well as anyone in the league.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Now here's Capella. Outside for Dort. Fires the 3. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now. It's Reed with a drive. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight for him.
Capella finds Dort. Screen by Capella. 6 on the shot clock. Misses the 3.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Barnes passes to Reed. Back to Barnes. Pass to Reed. Shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. 51 seconds left to play in the first. Right side, Young. Clark, the pass to Jamison. And here's Young. He's got 5. The shake. And he lays it in. Young's got 7 points in the game.
And Trey doing a good job exploring, trying to find those soft spots in the defense.
Outside Reed. Seconds left to play in the first quarter. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Here's Young. What a tremendous game he played against Philadelphia. Jacks up a 3. Here's Iguodala, and it's good. But hang on here.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to count.
And that does it for the first. And a new group getting ready for the Bucks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Livingston. Dort, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's Young in for Barnes. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Capella finds Dort. Pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Capella. Launches it from deep. They get it again. Kicks it out to Jackson. And another miss by Milwaukee. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 4. They'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Jackson. Then there's Lou Dort. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And the basket by Antetokounmpo. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
When you make the most of second chance opportunities, and you're in there and active, well, that can really put a lot of pressure on the defense.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Jay, in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He picked up 38 points, and he was very efficient from the field. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Clark is checked in for Milwaukee. The Raptors also with a sub. Ingram's checked in. Reed passes to Ingram. Reed finds Ingram. To stop the drought. The rebound by the Bucks.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Young, the pass to Dort. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Those kind of dunks get your team going, and Luguentz Dort applying the pressure.
Here's Reed. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Outside Young. Beyond the arc. Young with the signature tray.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
That'll do it for the first half. Milwaukee out in front, up 11. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
When you have fewer possessions than your opponent, your chances decrease. They have to find a way to rebound in the second half.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East. And that's it for halftime.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So the Raptors 5 right now. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly, and it's Reed in at the 3. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Capella.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
Young, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Barnes. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Raptors trail by 10. Here's Reed. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Quickly outside. Pure from three-point range.
When you go back to Quickly in his rookie year, he shot about 40% from deep, so shooting from long distance, not a problem.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Pass to Dort. Young against Quickly. Launches it. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Left side Reed. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, BA, there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as he possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there, and he's going to devastate you.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And let's take this chance to call out our Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Trae Young.
Now, you really can't be mad at this pick. Just look at the point totals he's been posting lately. No question, this guy has been giving a superstar effort and has earned this.
And Young's not shying away from any shot, but especially from long range. That's his meal ticket.
Jackson against Reed. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Dick. The 3 is up. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Now Young. From deep. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Barnes has got 8 rebounds in the game. And out of bounds, Milwaukee will have it. And the Bucks making a change. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. It's a 5-point game. We've got Barnes, Brandon Clark out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Iguodala in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Ramirez. Antetokounmpo outside. Ramirez, the pass to Barnes. 6 to shoot. Antetokounmpo for 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Reed passes to Dick. High post read. Antetokounmpo's there. Back to Dick. Pass to Ingram. To the wing, right side. The Raptors need to get off a shot. There's the three. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Ramirez. Now Clark. Here's Iguodala. Back to Clark. Antetokounmpo with it. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Barron.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Here's Reed, and out of bounds. Milwaukee will have it. Collins, he's checked in for the Bucks. Dort comes in for Barnes. Quickly is checked in for Toronto. Milwaukee leading by 5. Now Antetokounmpo. Wow! A rim-rattling jam by Giannis.
Yeah, once Giannis gets the ball there, you can forget it.
Reed against Antetokounmpo. The baseline, Jay. Ramirez with a rebound.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Pass to Clark. Now Collins from behind the arc. On target from range. And now a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
Balance, such a key to consistent shooting, and Collins shows it there.
So both teams changing it up here. The Raptors shooting only 42%. Reed in the post. Jackson on him. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Quickly, passes to Reed. Dick with it. Over Dort. Dick gets the bucket.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Young looking around. Launches a 3. Off the mark. His 6th miss in 13 tries. Raptors trail by 8. Reed passes to Pirtle. Capella with the defensive effort. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Young from long range. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo has got 3 assists in the game. Reed passes to Dick. Outside Reed. Pass to Dick. Fires from deep. Nails it from 3.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
And he's going for the lob. Stolen by Quickly. Now here's Dick over Dort. Rebounded by the Bucks. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Antetokounmpo outside. Back to Young. Pass to Jackson. To the middle. Here's Dort. Oh, and Reed with a block. And they get it back. Outside for Dort. 3 on the clock. 3-pointer, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Reed. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Reed's got 20.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Left side Young. Jackson finds some space. Nails the wide open jumper. And the Bucks lead by 8.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
To the left side wing. Off the mark there with a 3. Here's Toronto with the ball.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
Here's Dort, and now they decide to foul intentionally. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
Well, first, you go for the steal on the inbounds. If you can't get that, you foul and hope for some misses at the line.
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
And the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Three from Barnes. The rebound by Jackson. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws good, and it's a 9-point game here.
Well, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Barnes, it's good. Here's Young, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And the shot goes down. So Milwaukee wins it. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face them out.
Hey, they're professionals too. Time to warm up. Get ready to rock. Fans live for games like this one.
in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
Checking out Toronto, they believed they were the best team entering the year. Others believed it too, and we've seen nothing to dissuade that assumption.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Dick, and it's Reed in at the small forward. And for the Pacers, Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's De Silva in at the 3, the small forward. There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we...
And another assist.
And he's been piling up the assists all season.
In fact, that last assist tied him for the most. He just rocked the rim.
Insanity on display right there. Wow.
Through the legs, you can see the flashbulb popping on that one.
That's stuff that's usually reserved for All-Star Weekend.
Well, I tell you what, you can't have no shame in your game if you're going to try one like that.
Here's Reed. The shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Turner with a screen for Halliburton. And Pirtle pulls it down. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Reed. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. These Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Halliburton hits them both. Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. You say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Pass to De Silva. Indiana again missing.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Halliburton against quickly. Outside Turner. Lets it go with a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Turner's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, in today's basketball world, big men have to shoot it, and Turner's got a nice touch and pretty good range out there.
Here's Reed. Pass to Pirtle. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And it's sent back by Turner. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Let's take a look at numbers for Siakam. He's been a factor for them over the last month. He's around 14 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his team generate points.
The Pacers making a change here. Shepard's checked in.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive leg. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Pacers trail by 5. Shepard the pass to Nembhard. There's 1:38 left to play in the first. Pass to Turner. Shot clock at 5. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Toronto. Basket. Indiana making some changes. Carr, he's checked in for Siakam. And Halliburton subbed in for Rollins. So the Raptors 5 right now. Grady Dick is out there with Barrett. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Reed. And it's Mobo in at the 5, home in the paint. Reed misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Shepherd the pass to Walker. Halliburton with it. It's rebounded by Dick. Toronto shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Pacers trail by 8. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Jay in that last matchup against Milwaukee was outstanding. He scored 25 points, and he did a good job to dish out a few assists to his teammates as well. And this just speaks to the star that he is. He's able to put the team on his back and deliver. Guys?
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy, and they need his talent on the floor.
Over in the corner, Shepherd. He had a nice open look right there. Shepherd's got 6 here in this quarter.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
And Clark, as you watch Aaron Nesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin, nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Nesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc.
Coming up on the changes now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Carr. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Nesmith. Reed gets the bucket. And the Pacers with possession here, trailing by 4. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. To the middle, here's Shepherd. Reed with the block. Shoots from the elbow. He goes up again, and that basket was going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And Toronto making a change here. Barrett's checked in, and Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. Well, you look at Reed, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And here we can check out the story for Miles Turner.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition. But the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic. And oh, man.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Raptors have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for R.J. Barrett.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Pacers trail by 9. Nembhard with it. No scoring in this one. Siakam finds Nembhard. Back to Siakam. Clock at 6. That shot off. Good D by Barnes. And here's Ingram from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. And now a 12-point Raptor lead.
You know, one of the things Ingram did is make his shooting stroke a little more compact, and that's allowed him to be much more consistent as a marksman.
Siakam for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Toronto Raptors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Back to the action in just a minute.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end, when you can turn misses into makes, that's found money.
Okay, let's take... And that is a wrap.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's De Silva in at the small forward position. That's the Pacers' 5.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
Reed in the post. It's Dick on the wing. Reed the pass to Dick. That 3 off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's De Silva. Connects from three-point range. De Silva's got his first 3 points of the game.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Yep, that one goes. Reeves got 17 now.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Back to Nembhard. That in on the layup. Nembhard's got his first basket of the night.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Reed misses.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Lets the 3 fly. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Tyrese Halliburton.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Pacers trail by 8. For 3, Siakam. And Pirtle pulls it down. The Raptors have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And Nembhard has it in the corner. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Halliburton. Siakam a screen on quickly. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game.
Raptors leading by 8. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Reed. R.J. Barrett is out there with Dick. Then it's Ingram. And it's Abaji in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
The kick out to Walker. Now, here's Halliburton. Just defending.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Toronto's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. To the inside. Here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Elbow shot. Not going to go that time.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that they typically drain.
And boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
Halliburton inside the three-point line. That doesn't go either for Halliburton.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Ingram kicks to Reed. Down low. Lays it up off the glass. Got the lead up to 14 now for the Raptors.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. Now, Coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Indiana again missing.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 16-point game. Back to Siakam. Looking to end the run. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Reed.
Oh, big time throwdown with flavor.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
There's a good screen. Pass to Nembhard. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Turner. And Nembhard has it in the corner. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Birtle, the pass to Reed. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And Reed throws it down.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Raptors.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And this has been a beautiful thing to watch this team all season long with a remarkable journey, including tonight. They'll have now won 70 on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jay.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Now, here's Reed. It's Dick on the wing. Hurdle finds quickly. And again, Toronto no up. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
Way to bring home that W. Easy work tonight. They got nothing for you.
You're focusing on the small. He's awesome that
Good, MP. These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Milwaukee Bucks. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And his scoring numbers have been moving in the right direction these past few years. He's continued to get better at adjusting to what opposing defenses are throwing at him, and he's finding ways to get buckets by any means necessary.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Clint Capella out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Lou Dort, then it's Trae Young, and it's Jordan in at the 3. And for Toronto, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Grady Dick out there with Emmanuel Quickley. And it's Reed in at the small forward position. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
And so off the tip, it's the Raptors. Quickly, passes to Reed. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And that's good as he hits both shots.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Here's Young. Dort outside. Back to Young. And here's Dort. Barnes with the rebound. And a fast break now for the Raptors. A slam dunk by Reed.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Jordan. No good that time. Nice D from Reed. Here's Quickly. Off with the layup. Here's Milwaukee. 4-point game. Last time they met in Milwaukee.
Yeah, they destroyed this team on the glass in the last meeting.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Dort. Here's Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
And Dort, such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Here's Capella. Toronto making their last shot. Lets the three fly. And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. Of course, we talked mostly about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the focus of this one. Coach telling me I've lost sleep thinking about Giannis. He can just take over a game, no matter how you play him. We're hoping he'll be a little off tonight. Do off nights exist for Giannis, guys? We'll find out.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Yep, that one goes. Now Capella. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Dort outside. Screen by Capella. Down low. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Six-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Antetokounmpo against Reed. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
They've been just a little bit better on the glass so far, showing their tremendous work ethic.
Reed, good.
That's two things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
Inside. And Antetokounmpo the bucket on the assist by Jackson. Antetokounmpo's got his third bucket of the night. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Raptors. They lead by 1. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Zach Collins out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Jackson, and it's Ramirez in at the 2 guard.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Outside Reed. Just 5 to shoot. And there's a... Hey, how about that?
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Ramirez. The floater is rebounded by Barrett.
Boy, the opportunity was there to convert. He just could not come up with it.
Reed passes to Quickly. Sinks it from distance. Quickly's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, quickly. Boy, getting an opportunistic corner three-point shot, and he takes it.
Jackson the screen. Reed against Antetokounmpo. Spins. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, do you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skills. Really, really difficult.
And Giannis would just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
A chance here to catch it with Kelly from the sideline.
Well, Jay in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He came away with 34 points, and they just couldn't stop him. Every time he let it go, you expected it to go in. And really, it's not so surprising to see him go off like that. He's a star in every sense of the word. Back to you.
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Look at Giannis go up and get it.
Throw it up to the rim and let Giannis hammer it home. Never a bad idea.
Now here's Reed. Coming off a 34-point game against Indiana. Kicks it out to Barnes. The three. The rebound by Jackson. The Bucks trail by 3. Antetokounmpo with it. Jackson right side. The 3 is up. Here's Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Refusing to give up on the glass, Capella truly works for his rebounds.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Raptors making a change here. Dick's checked in. Jordan's checked in for Milwaukee. Young comes in for Jackson. A slam dunk by Reed.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. And that one falls for Reed. 1:58 left in the second. Young, the pass to Clark. And here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, great decision from Dort. If your teammate is open, get him the basketball. Nicely done.
Yes, it's good. Reed's got 9 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
And here's Milwaukee now, following the bucket by the Raptors. Pass to Dort. Outside Young. Fires for 3. The offensive rebound. 1:15 left to play in the second quarter. Clark outside. Puts up a deep 3. Young misses.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now here's Reed. 19 points in the game. Back to Dick. Outside Barnes. This one for 3. Clark grabs the board. Bucks trail by 4. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, defensively, if you come off someone, Young will find them.
Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Jordan. Young looking around. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Dort for three. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Toronto out in front, up 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Taking a look here now at Toronto, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And in our game with the Raptors, a close, entertaining first half.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based On how close of a game we've seen so far. And Young has got the ball here for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 4. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Dick. And it's Reed in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Well, for Lou Dort, it's all about building confidence from three-point territory. This is a growing part of his skill set.
Reed, good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
The Bucks trail by 3. Well, Emmanuel Quickley is a combo guard who impacts both sides of the ball, Doris.
There's no question about it. He's a floor spacer. He can create for himself or his teammates. And defensively, longer than you think and very mobile.
Here's Jordan. No luck on that one. Nice D from Reed. Raptors lead by 3. Pirtle finds Reed. Outside Dick. Reed against Capella. A slam dunk by Reed.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Now here's Dort. He's got 5. Antetokounmpo outside. Dort outside. Outside Young. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
Dort for 3. And another miss by Milwaukee.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Now here's Reed. He's got 25. There's the drive, and that one drops. Reed's got 6 points in the quarter.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is looking. You take a look at the Raptors. A fantastic season so far for them. First place in the conference. And, of course, Milwaukee, well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation.
Well, for the Raptors, it's impressive how well they have played. I mean, some teams need more time before they start clicking, but not them. They were ready from the beginning.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
Here's Dort, following the bucket by the Raptors. Here's Young. Inside, it's Trae Young.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Reed in the post. Jordan's there. Reed, good.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Now here's Young. 7 points in the game. Jordan. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Barnes has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Pass to Jordan. Now here's Capella. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Quickley. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Banked it in off the glass. Reed's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Dort outside. Antetokounmpo with it. From deep, Jordan. It's rebounded by Dick.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Toronto shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. A minute 4 left in the 3rd quarter. Outside Young, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning up.
And for the Bucks, they're shooting just 37% in the game. On the floor for Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Brandon Clark. Then there's Zach Collins, then it's Jackson, and it's Ramirez in at the point guard position.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And here's Ingram from the arc, rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Collins. Jackson surveying the D. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ramirez. Rebound Toronto.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Here's Reed. Collins with the rebound. The Bucks trail by 21. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Can't cash it in from close range. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Reed can't hit. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Gotta love how tenacious Giannis is on the boards, attacking every loose ball.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Raptors?
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
Mind the lanes.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
And the Raptors making a change here. Pirtle's checked in. That one misses for Antetokounmpo.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
Reed in the post. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. Quickly comes in for Barrett. And that one misses. Doris, coaching is a difficult job. You think they're judged unfairly?
I do, PA. I think they go into any circumstance, and it's largely contingent on what is the strength of the organization. What's your ownership like? What is their commitment level to winning? What is your front office and the decision-making process like? But we all know this. Like, the coaches ultimately are the ones who are judged by wins and losses. They know that going in.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Antetokounmpo against Reed. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Oh, and Reed with a block. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
And here's Milwaukee now, following the bucket by the Raptors. Out of bounds, the Raptors will take it.
One of the
Now a timeout called by Toronto. They're leading by 20. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Now that's how you rock. the rim. Give them the 2 points and add a little style there as well.
Ridiculous. Now here's Young. Antetokounmpo outside. Back to Young. Three-pointer. They get it back. Goes back up. Off target with a jump hook. Toronto leading by 22. Here's Reed. Lays it up and banks it in. Reed's got 44.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Raptors.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And this isn't something we get to see every day, folks. This team has fought their way to an amazing 71 total wins this year. Unbelievable.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jay.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Here's Jackson. The Raptors making their last shot. Pass to Collins. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. For Toronto, they've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Reed can't hit. There's 42 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Iguodala. Pass to Jackson. There's a screen from the arc. Fires in the triple. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
To the paint. Here's Mobo. Stolen by Collins. And the Bucks pushing it up now. And there's the lob. And down it goes. Jam that one home. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Reed. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Reed's got 48.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Good win. Let's keep it going. Win this thing so we can get some Italian beef sandwiches.
MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragons.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. Right now, let's check out the standings. In the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You take a look at the Raptors. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And of course, Chicago, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Grady Dick is out there with Emmanuel Quickley, and it's Reed in at the small forward position. And for Chicago, the guard set is Giddey and White. Jeremy Grant is out there with Buzelis. And it's Hayward in at the 3. Here we are, Richard, coming down the final stretch here and a lot left to play for. If your team is on the cusp, man, you are holding on tight.
This is the stretch where you can make or break your season. Some teams find a gear that carries them from here to a championship. Others, they come up a little short, trying just a little too hard.
Now, here's Quickley. Reed in the post. Defended by Hayward. Reed gets the bucket.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
Reed against Hayward. Three-pointer. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Yep, it counts. Reeves got his second basket of the night.
And that one was on a platter. He won't miss those very often.
Giddey the pass to White. Now here's Grant. Defended by Pirtle. White wide open. He fires. Rebound by the Raptors. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And that one was all about offensive execution. Running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Raptors shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Giddey with it. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
I mean, a 6'8" playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Now, here's Reed. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Banked in off the glass. Reeves got 7 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Grant up top. Defended by Pirtle. 6 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Hayward can't hit. For Toronto, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. That one falls.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Hayward can't hit. For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Reed in the post. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Hayward against Quickley. Hayward passes to White. Puts up a deep 3. That shot no good. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Reed driving in. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Pass to Giddey. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And letting his offense come to him naturally. Good seeing Giddey take and make those kinds of shots.
Now Pirtle. Here's Dick. Defended by Hayward. Reed the pass to Pirtle. And it's in there.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Giddey. 17 points in his last outing. Grant outside. Pass to White. Giddey with it. There's the 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Reed gets the bucket. And that's 13 points for Jay.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Giddey the pass to White. Here is Hayward. Inside. Here's Giddey. Misses the baby hook. Raptors leading by 8. Going inside. And Reed throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Count the basket.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
A 3 from Quickly. Gonzalez grabs the board. Hayward looking over the floor. Here's Grant. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Welcome back, everyone. He's checked in for Walter. And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. Bulls trail by 9. So for Toronto right now, the guard set is Quickly and Barrett. Reed is out there with Ingram. And it's Mobo in at the center, filling out the middle. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
Here's Mann. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Beasley outside. Nailed from three-point land. Beasley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Beasley against Reed. Right block shot out to Ingram. Cuts it 5 from 18. That misses off the backboard.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Giddey. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6. Fast break Toronto. Here's Reed. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
they've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
Beasley for three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to. You know, they don't want to give the ball handlers any room.
Williams sets a screen for Beasley. No good on the three.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And it's the Bulls with the ball after the Raptors pick up two. And the Bulls with another miss. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Reed. And another one.
He just keeps raising his level night in and night out.
Yeah, zeroing in on 5th place for total points in a single season. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. So both teams changing it up here. 1:44 left in the first half of the game. Mann passes to Hayward. Six on the shot clock. To end the run. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from White.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Now here's Barnes. Still scoreless.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Mann finds Hayward. And Hayward with the stuff.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Guys, straight power there. Straight power. Here's Reed. 21 points in the game. 40 seconds left now here in the second. Here he goes. Hayward grabs the board. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing here by 8. Here's White. It's rebounded by Barrett. The Raptors have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
White, good.
Beautiful touch there. Give White these types of looks consistently, and he's going to make you pay.
Now here's Reed. For three, Ingram trains it from beyond the arc. Ingram's got 5 points in the quarter.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
And so it's Toronto ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be right back after this.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race. Hey, fellows, I'm just wondering your thoughts on how these teams stack up.
Well, I'm a big fan of stacking things. Title rings, onion rings, cash rings, ring cameras.
One of these things is not like the others.
I agree. Onion rings are the only thing that satisfy my shack-a-type. Hey, you got any onion rings in the back?
Somehow it always comes back to food. And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Raptors.
They've had a lot of success in transition, running for their lives like a turkey in November. Bark, bark, bark.
I don't know that that's a great comparison or a good turkey sound effect. Neither is that. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
The guard set is Giddey and White. Buzelis out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And White is looking to make things happen out there. If he has to get physical in the process, that is not going to be a problem.
For Chicago, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Toronto leading by 8. Reed kicks to Pirtle. Raptors moving the ball around. Reed against Hayward. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 23 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Chicago shooting 43% from the floor. White finds Giddey. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Bulls have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. Hayward hits them both. Raptors shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Pass to Pirtle. Now here's Barnes. Offensive rebound. Reed the pass to Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
The Raptors have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. And here is Giddey. Pass to Hayward. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, the Raptors.
You have to be impressed with their shot selection. I mean, the discipline on that end and the unselfishness really is what allows those great numbers to show up.
Toronto leading by 10. Here's Reed. Pirtle trying to get open. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 7 points for the quarter.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
White looking around. Six to shoot. Toronto grabs the miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Bulls trail by 14. Chicago calls timeout. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Chicago. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for him.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Now here's Giddey. Pass to Hayward. Now White. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Barnes grabs the miss.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Screen by Pirtle. A 3 from Quickly. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not.
Bulls trail by 13, setting the floor for the Raptors. Scotty Barnes is out there with Ingram. Then there's Reed. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Walter in at the 1. Here's Reed. Barrett. And there's Barrett, putting it right back in. Barrett's got his first points in this one.
Man, sometimes it feels like Barrett wants it more than anyone else on the floor.
Now Giddey. 3-pointer. Walter pulls it in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Basket counts.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Reed with it. Clock at 4. And good! He hits it again.
This is incredible. He's now in 5th place for points scored in a single season.
And he does it all the time in style, doesn't he? One of the most dynamic performers this league has ever witnessed. For 3, Beasley. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Some changes for Toronto. Jakob Poeltl's check in for Ingram. Dick comes in for R.J. Barrett. And quickly in for Walter. Now here's Hayward. His 3-pointers off the mark. Quickly looking it over. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Here's White. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Launches it from deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barnes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Barnes sets a screen for Reed. This one for 3. Dick, that's good. Dick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Now here's White. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Pass to Buzelis. They could use a bucket. Goes up again, and he sinks the layup.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Reed the pass to Dick. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Here's White.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Toronto.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And, of course, this season for these guys has been just remarkable. Win after win, we've watched them take on the best teams in the league and dispatch them with ease. Tonight will mark win number 72, adding to the storied season one more time.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jay.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Here is Hayward after the made shot from Reed. Hayward passes to Giddey. Drills it from outside.
And if you allow Giddey to get in rhythm, he is more than capable of knocking it down.
Reed in the post. Defended by Hayward. Barnes screen on Hayward. Reed the pass to Dick. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside, White. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess